Okay, guys, I guess we have good quorum. We can get started. So, before we proceed in today's session, don't worry, today we don't have much of theory. I understand we have been doing theory a lot. You guys didn't even see the portal, it didn't do much thing, but that was necessary. The whatever we have covered till now, that was basics, your concepts, right? And every time, not only now, every time you guys will have theory and practical both. I have that knowledge that you may feel that I need hands-on experience, I need practical, I need hands-on. But trust me on this when I say this, it is with my experience uh, as an interviewer or as a solution architect or whatever I have seen in my training, in my career. I know that hands-on experience is must. But one thing you need to understand, guys, in your interview, I have taken several interviews. Many of them have been given in front of me from my previous batches. This is my eighth batch, right? I have never seen, exception could be there here and there, one or two. I have never seen anyone sharing the screen and asking a candidate to build a machine or build VNet or build or do a migration. Nothing. So the only method your interviewer has to test your knowledge is theory. So where I say that your hands-on experience is must or it's necessary. At the same time, theory is essential. Theory is the way you get into something, right? Without answering them verbally, without explaining the theory, you're not getting a chance. You're not at all getting a chance to prove your skill. If you know everything well and good perfectly, that you know you can create a virtual machine, you can create storage account, you can do VNet peering, you can do migration, but if you can't speak about it, right? There is no way for an interviewer to put implant a camera in your head and to check whether you have knowledge or not. The only method, the only manner he or she can evaluate you is by asking question, and the only method you can prove yourself that you know is by answering them. Right? Practice hands-on will give you confidence. It will boost your knowledge. It will boost your confidence. But ultimately, you have to answer in theory. So do not take theory lightly. I know it's quite boring sometimes, right? It's too much to understand, but that's what it is, guys. You guys are looking for 15, 20 LPA, right? No one is going to pay you that much of amount for free. Right? A headache will be there. It will be tedious, lengthy, long. Everything will be there, right? It will be there. It has to be there. That's the reason you're being paid extra for that. Right? So let's get into this. One more thing. Yesterday I noticed few of you were creating virtual machines, though it wasn't a part of my task. Right? I did not assign any task, any homework to you guys. Still, you guys were doing. I appreciate that. I encourage that. But there, I will not answer few questions because I don't want others to get confused. Right? Someone who was in class or who wasn't, they should not be confused that did I miss something? Why people are creating virtual machine? Uh, I was there in all three sessions, but when did we talk about creating virtual machine? Right? That should not be the case. Hence, I'll not answer all the questions. That doesn't mean I'm stopping you guys. You guys want to go ahead, watch my old videos, and you want to be a step ahead from our session. I appreciate that. I encourage that, in fact. Go to the portal, try anything. Don't worry. See, I'll open the portal, Zed's portal. If you go here and if you look for the subscription, unless you go here and click this button and make this as pay as you go, right? Nothing is going to happen. In fact, you won't even have this button. You won't be able to do it. You don't have that access, right? And unless you make this subscription as pay as you go, no one is being charged. The worst damage you can do is the free credit which we have, $199. I think approximately 17,000 rupees. Maybe you will create some resource which is going to, there are resources by the way, which will cost 17,000 rupees in a day. That's it. Even if it is crosses, that is not being charged, that will not be charged on Zed's account. So do not restrict yourself, do not hold yourself. Practice, do whatever you want to do. I'm completely fine. If you see there's some blunder, you have created something, not able to delete it, I'm always there, just ping me, I'll take care of that. Right? So the point here, I'm not stopping you, but I won't even answer all of them because I don't want to confuse other people who are uh, going with the classes flow. Both are equally welcome, both are equally fine. That I leave it up to you guys, right? Look at this. This is the button. If you click on this upgrade to pay as you go, right? This is something which will cost Zed's credit card. But look at this. Even I haven't taken that access for myself also. This access I have kept only with Zed. So even if you want to do that, you won't be able to do it. Apart from this, I told you maximum damage what you can do. You can delete someone's machine if you have access. Today you don't have. I told you in future I may assign you contributor access on subscription, right? You can delete someone's machine, maximum damage, or you'll create some resources which will cost you, which will you utilize your free credit. That's okay. We'll have another account. Fine. So do not restrict yourself. Try it. I don't mind. Fine. Next thing. Before we start, I'll quickly talk about quota because Harun shared one error message stating he is getting some quota error. So I want to be very specific, guys. Do not use these two words together. Quota and error. Quota isn't error. Quota is information. Now, what is quota? I'll explain it to you. Before that, I want you guys to please remember our first session or second, yeah, first session, I guess, or second, when I explained about virtualization, right? So before we get started with virtualization, quota, I explain these things to you. Anyone has any question?
No,
What about others, guys? Ruha,
no, no.
Rizwan,
No, sir. No.
Surbhi, are you getting it? Are you following it?
Yes, sir. Yeah, yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. Vedant, Vedant, can you hear me? Are you getting the concepts? Any doubts? Any questions? I think he's on mute. Okay, he has answered. Fine. Vedant, try to speak. Don't hesitate. And guys, I've told you on this on day one, if you do not understand any technical topic due to language issue or anything, it applies to all, by the way, right? No, not pointing out anyone. Feel free to ask. I'm happy to explain it in Hindi, Marathi, or whichever language you're comfortable in. I know, right? So, because the aim of these sessions are not to learn language. Technical concept should be clear. You can then learn it in your own sentences. You can do that. That's not a big part. So, guys, if you do not have any questions, let's go ahead and start this one. So, if you guys remember, in virtualization, what did I tell you? That there will be always a physical machine. Is it literally in cloud? When you say that something is in cloud, is it literally in cloud, guys?
No.
No, right? It is someone else's computer, it is someone else's data center. What is there ultimately? If you go layer by layer, okay, fine, there's a portal and there's this, there's virtualization. Behind the virtualization, we have this, we have that. What is there at the end? Where am I creating my virtual machine?
On
At the
physical
data
server.
center,
Physical
Yes, in
server.
data center, where? Go more
Server.
under
granular.
racks, physical server,
Under rack, what do I have under rack?
servers.
Server. So it's a physical server on which my machine is being deployed, right? Only the difference is that this is not my server. Now this is Azure server. So what components do we have in a server, guys? Or I'll be specific in server class hardware.
CPU, memory,
One,
Memory,
one by
RAM.
one,
CPU,
one by one. CPU. Perfect answer. I mean, that's exactly what I was looking for. CPU, fine.
memory,
Memory.
Memory,
storage,
which is also known as uh, RAM.
storage. Okay.
Yeah.
Hard disk.
Memory, RAM. Ignore the caps and spelling, etc. Guys, please. Hard disk and storage, same thing. There are more things, fan, etc., but we are just bothered about these three. HDD, it's nothing but hard disk. Okay. So this is physical server. Is it infinite or every server has its capacity?
Every server has its capacity.
Capacity, right? So let's say this server has 20 CPU, 200 GB RAM, and 600 GB hard disk. Got it? 20 CPU, 200 GB RAM, 600 hard disk, 600 GB hard disk. Now, when I forget cloud, still let's stick to virtualization. Can I create a virtual machine here with 10 CPU? Possible?
Yes.
Yes.
Fine.
Yes.
It's created. Okay. RAM, let's say I have just taken
Yes.
1 GB RAM. As of now, focus on CPU and we'll extrapolate the same logic on every component. So I will just explain one. You can extrapolate that on memory, apply that on memory, apply that on storage. Same thing. So, okay, so I've created VM 1 with 10 CPU. Now, can I create another VM with 5 CPU?
Yes.
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 Okay, now I have 5 CPU. This is my VM 2. Now I got a request from another application owner to create a virtual machine, and he has requested, this is VM 3, and he has requested 8 CPU. Possible?
No, not
No.
possible.
Why not?
Because it is
We have
exceeding
extended.
than 20 CPU.
Exceeded limit.
Exactly. That's your quota. Simple. Now the twist here is when you are using it on Azure, right? You don't know whether the actual CPU it's over or the limitation which they have assigned to you that is over. This is our virtualization. So you know exactly there are 20 in this server, right? But this is virtualization. Now let's just talk about cloud. Somewhere at the background, this is the server. You don't know their server, and maybe they have multiple servers by the way. Okay, they have multiple servers. So it's most of the time, in fact, all the time, it's not their limit is being crossed. Azure, it's not very small data center that they don't have more than one CPU. No, that's not the case. But I have, let's say, uh, in Azure's data center, Microsoft has 200 servers like this. Whatever we have here, this capacity into 200. So do you think it's a small number? Right? They have plenty of CPU, plenty of memory, plenty of storage. Whatever these is, let's say 200 servers like this, right? It's a huge number. When you have 200 servers like this of this capacity, so it's a huge number. How many CPUs then you have? 4,000 CPUs, right? Similarly, storage, similarly, memory. So Azure has enough of it. But does it mean everything is for you?
No.
No, right?
No.
Azure has its own calculation. They have their own calculation. They have their own setup. They have their own rules, etc. Right? So what they have decided that your subscription, free tier subscription, yours is free tier. So you guys cannot create machines or you cannot use more than 4 CPUs. Now we are going to calculate that. One CPU is not equal to one virtual machine. Is that clear to everyone, guys?
Yes.
One
Yes.
CPU it's not at all equal to one virtual machine. I can have one virtual machine of 4 CPU and my quota is over. I can have four virtual machine of one CPU, my quota is still there. I can have two machines of two virtual CPU, my quota is over. Getting the point? Anyone,
Yes.
guys, who did not understand, slightest confusion? This is very important. I remember I told you that there was a guy who came for the interview on Friday. The quota question was asked to him. So this is very relevant and they do ask because it shows whether you have worked or not. So any confusion, guys, whatever I explained till now?
Sir.
Okay. So
Sohail bhai, can you explain it again? This one
Which part did you
I
not
didn't
understand?
got confused in
Which part did you
the
not
last
understand?
part, which you said that
Ask a
one
question,
virtual
make a question
machine,
out of
two
it.
CPUs. I didn't
Got
understand
it,
it. So do
got it,
we-
got it. So I was saying, I mean, it's pretty clear on what the same example which we take. If I have 20 CPU, do not have that this understanding that I can have 20 machines of one CPU. That's not a compulsion, right? One virtual machine, it's not equal to one CPU quota. When it comes to quota, it's not necessary that you have 20 CPU, so you can have 20 machines. That isn't the method. The method is you have 20 CPU. You can create one machine with 20 CPU, 20 virtual CPU, and your quota is over. That's it. Now you can't say that why can't I have another machine? I have 20 limit. You don't have limit on the machine. You have limit on the CPU. So if you have created one machine using 20 CPU, your quota is over. Got it, Obed?
yes.
Right? So it is not number of virtual machines. It is number of CPU. And same will apply to memory, same will apply to storage. By the way, storage and memory, you won't see any quota. I mean, they're quite free for memory and CPU. Sorry, memory and storage. But CPU, they're very strict about it. So is this clear, guys, to everyone how the quota is being calculated?
Yes.
Okay. Now, is it very plain and simple and vanilla that for CPU every subscription? No, not at all. Free tier subscription, the one which Zaid has, it has 4 CPU quota for one region. Understand this. Quota is again based on region. So this one, if I opens this one, Harun was not able to create another machine. He got quota error. Why did he get quota error? Ignore this VM. I created this one. Ignore this and tell me why did Harun was not able to create the machine? Why did he get the quota error or quota
Because that
Due to
information?
the region
for particular
location.
subscription or region, the number of quota is 4.
Yes.
That's why.
Combination. I mean, in this subscription, in East US, you can use only 4 CPUs, right? So look at this. This virtual machine, how many CPU this machine has used?
One.
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 This virtual machine,
It's one.
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 Look at this virtual machine,
Two.
two.
Then
Two.
4. Hence,
Two.
he was not able to create another machine in same region. But the moment I changed the region, what happened? I was able to create a machine. Got it?
okay.
Yes.
Now, this is the
Got
place. You can go to search and look for quotas. And don't worry, you don't have to understand exactly how to read it, etc. Don't worry. Just have a look at that and fine. Virtual machine comes under compute. By the way, the course also which we have doing, we have segments in this. First was Azure Active Directory or overall Active Directory and subscription. We are done with that. Now we are doing compute. This is the largest segment. We have too many things to do under compute, right? It will take a lot of time. After that, we'll start with networking. And this is the difficult one. And this is core. Even if you don't know compute, you can still work in networking. If you don't know compute, you can work on PaaS. If you don't know PaaS, you can work on compute. You don't know Active Directory, you can work on compute. You don't know compute, you can work on Active Directory. Everything it freely available, you can work. But if you don't know network, you can't work on any of these. So network is the backbone, very crucial. It's not that big and not that vast compared to compute, but it is crucial and that is important. So as of now, we are on compute. So here I click on Quota, virtual machine comes under compute. I click on compute and it will show me that what is my existing quota. Look at this. Total regional CPU threshold 4 and we have already used 4 out of 4, right? For East US, right? For East US 2, 4, I have used one of 4. Got it? So I still have 3 more machines free. Is that a correct statement if I tell you guys that I have still 3 more machines free?
Yes.
No,
Yes.
no, it depends on resources.
Yes, I have 3
If
CPUs free, not machine. What if I create my next machine of 3 CPU? Will I have liberty to create more 2 machines? So it's not
no, you
virtual
have
machine,
consumed
it's
the
No, no.
CPU. Out of 4, I
Right.
have used 1 CPU. I have 3 more CPUs remaining. Now that's up to me. How do I use it? Got it? I think Australia Center also, but I was not able to find Australia Center while creating the machine. But look at this. In Australia Center also, he has some scope, right? So this is how the quota is. If there is some guys, please mute yourself once you're done asking question or answering. Uh, let's say this is quota. Now, what interview question comes that your quota, by the way, one more thing, quota, what do you think? Is it restriction only from Azure or is there any other restriction also? Is it only from Azure side, or do you think your company will also have instruction or they can have, sorry, limitations? Will only Azure have limitations and restrictions, or do you think your company will also put some restrictions and limitation? Not a technical question,
Company
just think from the business
They will pick.
perspective.
company can also put
Yeah,
Yes,
restrictions.
company can also put.
definitely. Company will also put, right? I do not want my marketing team to utilize all my CPU. I know what is marketing job, right? I know they can just get it done in 2 CPUs, maybe 2 virtual machine, 1 CPU each, and that's fine. I'm coming with 15 years experience. I'm coming with 20, 30 years of experience. As a marketing head, I know what is it. So I've already discussed with this IT head, and I've told him that my department will not need more than 2. But my engineer, he is not worried about billing. He's not worried about anything. He'll go ahead and use a machine of 10 CPU, right? So who will stop him? After getting the bill and after going through the logs and everything, I'll come to know who created that. Why am I getting so much bill? But is it a good idea? I mean, you are already paying, you are already suffering, and then you come to know. Isn't it a better idea that I put it myself? So there is a thing called Azure policy. That's not the topic for today. We are not doing it today, but there's a concept called Azure policy. Using Azure policy, you can control these things that for this subscription, no one can create a virtual machine bigger than this. For example, now here, look at this. Though I didn't assign any task, but you guys created with 1 GB, 1 CPU, and Shaheen created with two CPU, right? If I want to control this, I can have a policy here immediately, and I'll assign it on the subscription level itself that no one should be able to create a virtual machine which is bigger than this size, bigger than 1 CPU. So by default, you guys will be restricted. This is also a quota. So quota is not only limited to CPU, right? I told you that we'll just learn from the CPU, but you will apply it everywhere and anywhere. Is this clear, guys, to everyone? Yes? No? Maybe?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, Obed.
So are we going to increase that quota size or do
I'll
we
come
go?
to that. I'll come to that. Yes. Is the quota and who's controlling, how is controlling, is it clear?
Yes.
It's not only from Azure, your employer will also control it, as in your team will also control it. Right? Now, interview question. What was the interview question? That have you ever faced quota problem in your subscription? Let's say that you are migrating machine or you're deploying machine, it's a new one, and have you ever faced a problem? Do not say no, because this is very common while deploying the let's say when we are buying the subscription, architect team, right, will always give minimum access, will keep it to minimum. Later on, when business grows, application grows, and they want to create more, so quota information will always come. Do not call it quota error, guys. Please do not share the screenshot stating I'm getting quota error. What to do? Share it with information. Okay, I tried this, this is the quota error, I'm getting it. Let's say uh, I have given you a specific task, right? To create virtual machine here in East US. I have asked you to create it in East US. So now you can't go and explore other regions, right? And I have asked all of you to create machine. But Muzammil, Gauss, and Shaheen, they were quick and they created machine, right? Though this will be wrong machine in that task that I have asked you to create only one CPU, but for some reason, Quota has been utilized already. And then Harun tries to create it to complete his task. Right? He gets an error here. He gets information here that quota is completed. Please do not share that in the group asking that I'm getting this error. That is not an error. That is information. There are two things in that case can be done. One is increasing quota, which is obviously not happening in your free tier, but I'll show it to you. How do you do it? So here is the request. So you can simply answer that you can on home page or search bar, you can search for quota. It will give you the information of your quota. And there you have a request called new quota request. And look at this. Free tier will not have access, right? But in pay as you go, by the way, quota will be different for everyone, right? Don't say that we had 4 CPU quota. This is just for free tier. If I give you one example, just give me 1 minute. Look at this. This is my trainer account. I think have 3 machines running here. Look at this and look at their size. This one, I'm sure it will have somewhere or 8 GB RAM. And similarly, I can create 10 more machines like this. So quota, it's very specific to region, to tier, to subscription. Right? There are many things on which quota is dependent. So don't say that we had, okay, this is only 2, but 16 GB RAM I'm still using, right? I have these machines. I can create 10 more. Quota here, it's different. Quota on your subscription, it's different. Quota on pay as you go will be different. On enterprise agreement, it will be different. Two pay as you go doesn't mean same. You have a pay as you go, I have a pay as you go, doesn't mean all pay as you go will have same, right? Depends that how what is my relationship with Microsoft. I have been using their technology from long time, right? So uh, do not quote any number on quota. That okay, this was the quota. No. Understand the concept of quota. Yeah, there are limitations. Numbers, where can we check? Here we can check. And this is how we can raise the request. Enter the new limit. You put the limit. For example, you'll select East US, East US. Instead of 4, you'll put 20, that I need 20 CPU. You'll click next, 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 and then submit the request. You will go to Microsoft. You will get a ticket number on the email of root email and admin. That's a different list. They get email, and after 1 or 2 day you get another email stating it has been approved. Go ahead and check, or it has been rejected for so and so reason. Simple. Interview answer, you go to search button, search for quota. Under my quota you will see your existing quota, and upper top you can mention compute. And upper left hand corner you get a request to new quota. You get an option to new quota request. Using that you can raise a request, and then Microsoft decides. That's your interview answer. In training, if I've given you a task to create something in East US, and already 4 CPUs have been used on 4 machines or 3 machines, right? Please do not share the screenshot stating I'm facing this error. That is not the error. That is your uh, information. So what you can do in this case, you can ask me, if this has been checked, can you please delete it, right? If it is checked, I will delete it. Or you can ask this person, let's say I have not given any task. For example, this scenario, I have not given any task. And now you are trying to create a machine. You can ask Shaheen, can you please delete your machine? It is consuming 2 CPUs. You can check with Gauss. Gauss, are you done with your practical? Can you please delete the machine? Please do not call it error and ask for solution. Right? Is it correct, guys? Is it clear to everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
Got
Right? So understand, quota is information, not an error. Feel free to share it in the group. I'm not saying don't share it. Share it with the information. What I'm trying to say here, it's your mind and your concept should be clear. The moment you see quota, that's not an error. Don't just sit blind, right? Don't just sit blind. By the way, most of the errors, guys, most of the errors in Azure or anywhere in technical, we can simply figure it out just by reading it thoroughly. read it carefully and you have your answer most of the time there. If not, at least you have the clear question. Don't just uh, throw the screenshot. Try to be reasonable, try to reason that error, try to read it properly, right? Same thing you have to do in your interview. If your interviewer is giving you some example, some scenario, ask some questions that, okay, when was the last time you were able to access, when was the last time you were able to do it, any other error message are you getting, what's happening, is someone else is trying to do, are they also facing same problem? So try to be reasonable with your error. So I hope this is clear, guys, to everyone.
Yes.
Yes.
Mm.
Now, size of the machine. What is size of the machine? Let's quickly check. And then from next session, we have 5 minutes here. We'll check size of the machine. And from next session, we are creating virtual machine. What is size of the machine? Size is nothing. It is just giving you a preset option that if you take this size, these are the CPU you're getting, and this is the RAM you're getting. That's it. You can't go ahead and do the cherry picking that I need 15 GB RAM and one CPU. No, that's not possible. Let the page get uploaded and I'll show it to you. Or let's see if it is in my subscription. Again, size are also not available or not similar for all. Some region may have some size, other region may not have that size. Right? Some subscription may have access to that size, other subscription may not have access to that size. Okay. So if we are creating a virtual machine, there you get, by the way, when we come there, I'll show it to you. I'm just, as of now, showing you this all size option. And this is also interview question, that what kind of sizes have you worked on? What do you know about the virtual machine size? By the way, look at this. I'm not getting any. Okay, I'm getting it. Fine. What I would have done if I wasn't getting here anything, I would have gone and changed my region to see if I have access there. So look at this. These many sizes. I mean, there are too many sizes are there. Right? We don't have to worry about them. We don't have to remember them. This keeps changing. Do not worry about them. You don't have to remember them. You need to understand what is it. This is A series, right? Uh, why is it being used? For general purpose. Okay. By the way, this is not technical specification. This is just a recommendation that if you have general purpose, please use one of these. What is the CPU you're getting in this size? CPU 1, RAM 0.75. Look at this, more smaller machine. Good for us to practice. Data disk 1, right? Cost 1200 rupees, monthly cost. Simple. Next size, you can go ahead and read it. Next one, A2, CPU 2, RAM 3.5. Disk, there are 4 disks attached to this machine. Whenever you take, or maximum disk, this is actually maximum disk. You can maximum attach 4 disks, right? We are going to read about this, don't worry. Try to read this, understand, try to, or learn to read this. What is the cost? This is monthly cost. These are very small. Look at this, general purpose, small machines, fine. Let's go ahead, look at the bigger machine. Memory optimize, as in you have some application which requires more memory. So 2 CPU, fine, but take 14 GB RAM. Right? Price is unavailable due to some reason, it could be. You can request quota from here also. Look at this, more RAM. It is still calling it general purpose. Memory optimize, more memory. Look at this, 56 GB RAM. 42,000 it will cost me monthly. That's not even my budget. As a trainer also, I get 7,000 monthly. Free tier, you guys get 17,000 only once. As a trainer, I get something around 7,000 monthly, but it renews every month. And look at this, already 7th and I have utilized my balance. Because whenever you use more resources, your balance will be used. Okay, so look at this. Again, general purpose, memory optimize. There was some gaming optimize also. So you can go ahead and rate this. This is your virtual machine size. You have to be very careful with this whenever they are asking, right? Now, when we more practice more, you will see more sizes, etc., and it will be fit in your mind. Okay, this is size. right? But you have to be very sure about it. If your user has asked for E20S-V4, do not give him V3, right? There are differences. Look at this. Somewhere local storage is connected, not price, etc. So don't put your thought. If user has asked something, he has asked for it. Give it to him. Exactly. If it is not available, put the notes in the ticket that this is not available. Do you have any other preference? Not necessary they will come up with size. Technical users will come up with size. Someone mostly they will come up with this one, that I need one server in East US. I'm happy with 1 GB RAM. I'm happy with 2.5 sorry 1 CPU 2.5 GB RAM. Now if not necessary that you will get all the time exactly what they're asking. If 2.5 GB is not available, give him the nearest one. Whenever I say nearest, do not lower down. Let's say if I have asked 4 GB, don't give me 3.5. If I asked 3 GB, you can, if 3 GB is not available, you can give me 3.5. Okay. But whatever client has asked, don't lower down the number. Okay? Increase it, match it to the closest one, inform it, and then create the machine. So that's all we have in this session, quota and size. We have only 30 seconds left in this one, right? So we'll close the session, rejoin at 12:45 using the same link. And then we'll start creating virtual machine. Okay, then see you guys at 12:45 using the same link.